and welcome to Gapeys greenhouse. Today we are going to take a look at our container figs and in-ground figs. Our figs that we started this season are still in the grow room, but I wanted to show you all of the figs here that we overwintered in our insulated garden shed. We've got them all out here in the greenhouse, just moved out here about 2 weeks ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they're just starting to wake up. It's kind of cool and cloudy today, but we're supposed to get some warmer weather here pretty soon. And I think we might be done with our overnight frosts. Cross our fingers. We have a few that still haven't quite woken up yet, and I think we have at least one that may have died over winter. So I wanted to show you how all those are doing and show you which ones we're starting to see breba figs on. So the breba figs are the ones that grow on last season's growth, and our main crop is probably going to be a little ways away. Those are the ones that grow on new growth from this year. Let's take a look and see how our containers are looking, and I'll show you what our in-ground figs are looking like too. So I mentioned there's one that looks like it may not have survived the winter, and that is this one here. This is called Grandpa Simon's, and that's one that I started from a cutting last season, but it is looking pretty dry, and I don't know if that's what happened. It may have gotten too dried out over winter, but it does not look like it has any sign of growth coming out, and the ends here are looking pretty dry. And we have a few other figs here that just have not woken up yet, but I think they're not quite dead. So this one here, for example, this is the old yeller, and I don't see any leaves coming out yet, but I do see a little bit of green here on this node. So it's probably just a little bit slow to wake up. And we also have some that woke up a little earlier than others. This one here is the Black Greek Marius, and it has got quite a bit of growth coming out already. And that one is one of the furthest along. So we might even start seeing some main crop form on some of this new growth here pretty soon. But all of the ones here up on this shelf are all figs that are a little bit younger. We have some new growth coming out on some of these guys, but I don't think we have any figs forming on these ones. I do have a couple on St. Martin, but I notice the figs are kind of a little brownish, so I don't think, yeah, they just are falling off. So I don't think those are gonna mature, but I'm really not seeing very many breba. I think we had a couple on one of these down here. Yeah, this one here, this is the, let's see, this is Vincenzo, and we've got 3 nice looking figs growing on that guy. And I think that is all the figs we see on this side. We've got lots of new growth coming out on these younger trees. And then we've got our 7-gallon pots. Now most of the ones here on the bottom are in 5-gallon pots. And then these ones up here on the shelf are maybe 3-gallon, something like that. These are some of my older trees. They've got some nice big trunks and they're looking really good, nice new growth. And then we've got some more pots here on the other side of the greenhouse. Here's another one that hasn't fully woken up yet. This one is Tacoma Violet, and we do see a little bit of green starting to poke here out on the very tip, but nothing much going on there. Just some of them are pretty late to wake up. But I did take them out of the greenhouse a little bit later than I usually do. This one is called The One, and it's just starting to get some green coming out there. Now we have a couple of breba figs over here. This one is Vern's Brown Turkey, and both of these are actually Vern's Brown Turkey, and I've got one coming out on this guy, and we've got 2 figs on this one. And by the way, I did fertilize these already this season. I'm using Ivy Organics granular. I just kind of scraped it into the top of the soil there, and then I'll probably do some liquid feeding as well, maybe every other week or so. But that is pretty much how the container figs are doing. Let's go take a look at our in-ground figs. Now this one here is another Nero 600M. This was just a cutting that I pretty much just put in the ground, and it ended up rooting. And this is the second winter, and it did have a little bit of damage on the top here. This is looking, yeah, pretty dead up here, but I am seeing what looks like some new growth coming out, I think somewhere down here. So yeah, so there is a little bit of green popping out there. I'm not sure how far down it's dead, but we'll have to wait and see once it gets going a little bit more, but I'm gonna have to top this one at some point since this top part here has died. It's a really mild winter, so I was kind of surprised that we had any dieback on this one. I have our Desert King here surrounded by this kind of big tomato cage. I'll probably take that off here pretty soon. But we've also got a steak here, and this one is just starting to wake up. We've got some green growth here, so it doesn't look like we had any dieback whatsoever on this one since we've got some top growth. It doesn't have any side branching yet, so this is all just a single stem, but we're probably going to start seeing some side branching on that coming out of the top here probably later this year. Now this is our Olympian fig, and you can see lots of new growth coming out of the tops of a lot of these branches, and we're pretty loaded with breba figs on this one. Lots of these branches have just loads of little baby figs that are popping out. So we should get a pretty good harvest, I think, off of this one. This is probably going to be my first decent sized breba harvest off of our Olympian. Now the last in-ground fig tree is our Laterula. This was a huge producer for us last year. We got probably a couple hundred figs off of this tree, and it's probably about 6 years old, I think. But last year was the biggest and best harvest we've had off of this tree. And it's starting to wake up now, so lots of new growth coming out of the tips of these branches. And this has a really good breba and main crop fig production. And we are seeing a little bit of figs on some of these, but I think maybe some of them have not come out yet, or maybe we're just going to wait for the main crop. But we do see a few. I'm surprised there aren't more though. So I'm probably going to plant one more fig tree in the ground. I'm not sure if I'll do that this year, or maybe I'll wait till next spring, but it's going to go back here. I've got these round beds here, but I don't have anything planted in this bed here yet. So this one is probably going to have, I'm leaning towards the Détresse split to put in here, but I may go with something else. We'll see, but that's what I'm leaning towards right now. If you've got a really great producing fig tree that's pretty cold hardy and productive, let me know what that is, and maybe I will consider doing that. But right now, I think it's going to be the DTE. So those are our fig trees. Hopefully we start getting some more growth here pretty soon. We're supposed to see probably close to 80 degrees next week, so it's pretty exciting. It's been fairly warm, but not super warm, so we could definitely use a little bit warm temperatures. Well, that's it for our fig update for right now. I'll probably do another update in May. Hopefully we'll have a lot more growth by then, and maybe we'll see a few more brebas. But definitely let me know if you have any really good recommendations for a must-have fig tree to grow in ground. And I'm in Western Washington, Zone 8B, so keep that in mind. Something more cold hardy. We do get some cooler temperatures in my little microclimate here than we do in some other areas of the Seattle area. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You can also find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.